Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the show. Now, just a quick interruption to your normally scheduled episode. If you wish more people knew you, trusted you, and actually reached out wanting to work with you, this is for you. Most experts try to post more, shout louder, or chase attention. But the truth is, clients don't come from content, clients come from real connections. And that's why we built the Profitable Podcast System. We'll help you create your own simple, relationship driven podcast that brings the right people into your world, builds trust fast, and turns amazing conversations into clients, content, and opportunities. And all without you becoming a marketer or an influencer. So, you don't need a big audience. You just need the right people hearing your voice, feeling your energy, and thinking, okay, I get you. I trust you. I need to work with you. So if you want a proven way that actually grows your business, not just your to-do list, head over to profitablepodcasts.com and we'll show you how this will work for you. And now, on to your scheduled podcast episode. So, today we have with us Coach Wendy Taducci, a coach and soul protector who helps overwhelmed women create more time, slow down, and reclaim the inner peace they've lost while caring for everyone else. Through her coaching process and intuitive soul sessions, Wendy guides women to build practical support systems, strengthen self trust, and clear the energetic interference that helps them get stuck in the exhaustion and in the guilt. Now, Wendy's own journey of catching herself making life harder than it needs to be, while choosing the ease and flow herself, demonstrates what's possible when you decide to prioritize yourself and while helping women who are overwhelmed by work, kids, and aging parents to finally create the space to breathe again. She's restoring well being for those who have spent years putting themselves last. Wendy, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mark. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. So, just to kick us off, can you expand a touch more on where you are today with your business and who is it that you love to work with?
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm in the best place with my business. I'm so excited about getting into 2026. And like you said in the intro, thank you so much for that. Nicely
You're
done.
welcome.
I help basically high achieving women who don't know exactly what's wrong. They just know something's wrong, right?
Mm,
And they keep hearing themselves say, I'm fine, I've got it. And inside they're going, what do you mean you've got it? What are you talking about? Right? And they are overwhelmed from caring for everyone else.
mm,
And what their desire is in the background is I really want to come back to myself. I want to come home to myself again, to more calm, to more clarity, to more peace. I'm tired of this, right? Why do I feel like I can't stop? Is what
mm.
they're saying to themselves. And so I help them come home to themselves.
Okay. So let's talk about that place. So when these women reach out to you, what's has
Okay.
there been a trigger moment that actually
Yeah.
prompts them to want to reach out for
Oh,
help?
yeah.
Is it something that they know that they want? Is it something that's happened? Just paint that picture for me.
Yeah. So for a lot of the women that I work with, there's a trigger. And I'll give you two examples. Both clients named Jennifer. I have a lot of Jennifers coming to me. I don't know why, but I'll take them. Uh, Jennifer, number one, came to me because through a referral, and we had a great, deep conversation.
Hmm.
And she said, I can't do this anymore. And I said, well, what do you mean? What is this? She was taking care of her husband who was recovering from an auto accident, her son who has a health condition, daughter, aging parents that she's concerned about, right? Full-time job,
Hmm.
corporate, you know, and she never has time for herself. She said, I can't keep doing this. I have no time for myself. I'm exhausted. I just can't. That was the trigger. All of those things combining in on her at once. And so we worked together over 6 months, and Jennifer was able to come back to herself in a very big way. She decided, she came home to herself. She came home to that little girl that used to love to play with her mom's jewelry.
Mm.
antique costume, didn't matter, right? But there would be a story attached to that jewelry. And she came back to that. She said, I would really love to design jewelry. Great. So we played with that for a little bit. What would that look like? What are you going to do? She signed up for the Gemological Institute of America, which who knew was a thing. It's a thing.
Uh-huh.
She got
Okay.
accepted. She starts in the spring with her training as she's still working her corporate job, being there for her husband, who's pretty much recovered from his accident. Her son is in better health, although he still has that health condition, right? And the family and everything else. She's 100% here for it because she found that calm and peace, and her nervous system was able to regulate itself again.
Okay, let's talk about that
The
because
nervous system.
whilst on one hand you're saying, so the root to this is doing more, finding your passion, still doing this stuff, but doing more when someone's already exhausted. But I think that that's what we're seeing. But on the
Yeah.
inside, that nervous system, being able to
Yeah.
regulate yourself, to
Yeah.
cope, to manage, to because it's leaking energy all over the place.
All over
So
the place. You have no idea.
tell me more about that.
Mm. So when you are in a space where you're caring for everyone else, you're in that fight, flight, and freeze constantly. And so what I offer my clients is a space to exhale, not another thing to do, not another strategy. Literally, exhale, right? This is your opportunity to just be. And once they're able to be, to slow down, that's when the magic starts.
Mm,
That's when they start coming back to themselves and going, oh, oh, I used to love that. Or this, what's going on right here? I don't like that. I'm going to say something about that. So that they're all they're doing is breathing, slowing down, and then saying, oh, you know what? Um, I would rather have this please than that. They're naming it. They're
mm.
asking for what they want and what they desire, right? Um, that makes sense.
Yeah. So being able to calm, to breathe, to manage
Mm-hmm.
yourself, that gives you the power to be able to
Yeah.
speak up, to say what you want, what you
Mm-hmm.
like, what you don't like. It gives you, so it is about empowerment, but it's also about giving the, maybe talking about the confidence and the ability to do that because
Yeah. Right.
just feeling better and nothing changing is a great step, but being able to make the right changes,
Right.
that's huge, but that does take confidence.
It does take confidence. You're so right. And I have to point to something that one of my other clients, Sally Joe, said midway through our coaching. She said, once I slowed down, everything fell into place. She was
Yeah.
like, I don't understand how this magic happens. But think about it. You're going 100 miles an hour. You're not focused. You don't have clarity. You're just moving.
Mm.
When you can slow down, regulate your breathing, your nervous system calms down. You get out of that fight, flight, and freeze. You get into your executive functioning brain. I'm getting geeky here. I'm sorry, but this is just part of it, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, and once they're in that space, then that confidence comes in, right? And it's not about, okay, I'm going to be confident today. No, that okay, that might work for some people, but it's, oh, have you considered this?
Mm.
What if, you know, what if have you considered this, and I just let it go, right? I put it out there for them, hold that space, and they always come back with, hmm, I don't know, but what if and it's just that curiosity. Well, what if I did do this? What if I did that? What if right? It's the what if. And then they try
Wendy,
it.
we're talking about this play here. So being playful with our life, because life gets too serious with helping other people, family, business,
Yeah.
health, finances. It's all so serious. So it
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of your work is bringing, yes, curiosity, but bringing play back in.
Play.
Just unpack that for me because I think play is super important.
So yes, because I hold on to this quote, Barbara Stanny. If you don't know who Barbara Stanny is, look her up. She's a genius, but she says play is powerful, right? Because think about it. When we're kids, that's all we do is play. And we're joyous and we're happy and we're not, our nervous systems are fine. We get into adulthood, gotta do, gotta achieve, gotta get that, I gotta take care of this, gotta, and where's the play? What do you mean
Mm,
play? I don't understand. What is that? So yeah, I bring play into their world, which again helps the nervous system, but then opens up their scope of possibility. What's possible? Okay. When that opens up, then they take that step in confidence, not in confidence, not to begin with, just out of curiosity. They take
mm.
that step and go, huh, oh, look what I did. Okay, I'm going to do this next time. I'm going to say this next time. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. I'm going to ask for help. Whatever it is that's been holding them back, that gets released. And can you, you know what, like, let me ask you this. When, Mark, when you do something and you're like, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I'm just going to take one step and then it goes well, how do you feel?
Well, it feels empowering. It feels invigorating.
Yes.
It feels validating.
Yes. And then, okay, thank you. Let's have some more of that, please. Right?
Let's let's also talk about the other side of it because to try something, whether it's with our health, with our fitness, with our business, to try something and it doesn't work, to be able
Yeah.
to reframe that as, and that's part of play. I tried this, it didn't work. On to the next. So to be able to get that validation from, well, that didn't work. Cool. Or I don't like that. I gave it a shot. I don't like that. Huh. Now I know.
Exactly. It's not, you don't, it's not a win or lose. It's a win and learn, right?
Hmm.
Okay, that did not work out. So let's talk about that. What went well? What didn't go so well? What might you do differently next time?
Hmm.
And that's how you learn. That's how you build up that confidence and you go, "Oh, oh, yeah, you know what? Next time I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this and see what happens," right?
Hmm.
Um because no one should beat themselves up like, oh man, I'm a failure, this didn't work out, so I'm just going to chuck the whole thing. I mean, you can, but why? Think about
It's an
the,
option, but it's a shame, right?
it's a shame. Think about the biggest failures that are successes now. Okay, like Steve Jobs, how many times did that man fail? Countless, right? um give me another person, right? I'm sure that there's a failure story, there's many failure stories,
Oh,
there's many times,
Edison,
right?
the light bulb, it took him how many hundreds or thousands of goes before he hit the light bulb, right? There's,
Yeah. Yep.
or is it penicillin that was actually created for something else? And they were like, hold on, it does a good thing over here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the world is littered with those stories.
Exactly. The things that come out of something that you thought was going to be something else. What a wonderful
Yeah.
surprise.
There. Okay, put that on a t-shirt. What a wonderful surprise. I mean,
Hmm.
we were chatting offline about
Yeah.
business, and I shared that, with Unforget Yourself, our business has changed and evolved. We now help more and more people, not just in the mindset, but with strategy, with podcasting. Now, it's only because of our success with podcasting that we get to teach people on the front line saying, here's what's
Amazing.
working, here's how it works, here's some
Yeah.
systems. But I would never have thought, if you'd have asked me 10 years ago if I'd be teaching this, I wouldn't know that. No
Right. And
way.
isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a wonderful surprise?
Okay, so then talk about wonderful surprises because once we start opening up and saying yes to the things
Oh
we
yeah.
want to, what
Right.
that road, it I've been reading the Michael Singer, The Experiment, the
Mm.
surrender experiment, where he just let
Ooh.
goes and surrenders to, it's
Ooh.
not just about saying yes to any random thing, it's
Yeah.
being mindful. But as he went through this,
Right.
doors opened that then led to another door. And it's so interesting. So, can you expound that from your perspective, maybe, on what's it been like for you as an entrepreneur to be able to your nervous system is triggered. You're juggling so many things. So you're
Yeah.
teaching this as you're going through it. So how have you been able to
Yeah.
surrender or let go? Or how has your
Mm.
business evolved?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. Oh gosh, how long ago was this? 2019. There was something that happened that allowed me to receive, not surrender, but receive.
Yeah.
I was at a conference, and the homework at this table, we're all coaches, right? Various levels. And the homework was write out some client testimonials. Okay, fine. I was like, oh man, I did not want to do this, but I sat down. I'm like, okay, fine. Wrote some of them out, not the full thing, but like whatever I can remember. Went around the table and read everyone, and I read mine. And the guy next to me, Tom, he says, Wendy, I don't think you're really receiving what you just told us. He's like, these testimonials, they you made a change, but you're not receiving this. And I was like, huh? I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. I'm like, what do you mean receiving? He's like, you're not feeling it. And because you're not feeling it, you're stopping yourself. And because you're stopping yourself, the people that need you are not going to be able to get the help that you can offer.
Mm.
Oh my God, the tears just, I mean, just, he just broke me. He broke me wide open. Tears are flowing. Here's the facilitator. She comes around to our table just at that moment. I'm a puddle. She's like, oh, looks like something happened over here. Like, yeah, you think. So that was big because I wasn't
Yeah.
receiving. I was
What?
so closed off.
Why? What was holding you back from fully receiving or fully seeing
Yeah.
these results?
At that time, it was my perfectionism. I was in perfectionism hell, right? Yeah, I did this, but I could have done so much more. I could have done so much better. And that was what uh that was what was stopping me, was me.
Yeah. Okay. So interesting because
Yeah.
as a coach, as a guide, helping people to unlock themselves, it's easy for us to forget ourselves along the way, or it's beautiful to catch ourselves in the moment and realize, hold on, I think I need to look at this for myself. Um,
Right.
so from that moment forward, then
Yeah.
what changed? What did this new awareness and then your application of it, what did this allow you to do?
Oh my gosh. It allowed me to get curious about thoughts I was having,
Hmm.
stories I was telling myself, beliefs that I was holding. Like, oh, that was interesting. What? Huh? Why did that come up? Right? And just getting curious, just noticing,
Mm.
because that's where you start to make a change. If you don't notice, if you don't get curious about anything, it's just status quo. Nothing ever changes. But once you can notice, get curious, and then think, huh, what might I replace that with? May
Mm.
I release this? Is it serving me? Right? Making that decision and then doing something differently, because that's where you get the results.
So what if we take that to the present day? What is it in your business? Because as you
Mhm.
we learn these life lessons, and it's like, oh yeah, there it is. That helps. But
Yeah, right.
this personal development, it's a never-ending journey. We continue to
Oh
find
yeah.
more and more things as we
Oh
grow,
yeah.
as we evolve.
Yep.
So
Oh
right
yeah.
now with your business, what are those lessons that may be new for you, or you're like, oh, hello, old friend, here we go again.
Oh yeah.
What are you going through? Because this evolves and changes so much.
Yeah, it sure does. So, well, like we were talking before, the old devil that keeps showing up is how do I get how do I get names on my mailing list? And not just names, but women that are like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I want to exhale. I'm picking up what she's putting down," kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? Um, that has shown up from the beginning of my business and it's still here. So that tells me there's a lesson that I need to learn.
Uh-huh.
And two, I might be in that lesson right now because the end of last year, beginning of this year, I was like, you know what? I'm slowing it way down. I am not killing myself by being on 10 different social media platforms. I am
Uh-huh.
not blogging every week. I'm not going to record a video. I'm not going live. I'm not. What I'm going to do is be on one platform. I'm going to reach out and create relationships and nurture those relationships one to one because that works for me. That's where I see conversion. That's
Mhm.
where I see enrollment.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I didn't enjoy doing all the busy work because that's nonsense. So I feel like I'm in the midst of a learning curve right now, and I'm all about it.
Nice. I love you embracing this. Okay, I'm curious, what is the one platform that you've chosen?
Facebook.
Yeah?
Now, I hate Facebook for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
However, I know it, I'm used to it. That's where I communicate with a lot of people in
Yeah.
the messages. And so I'm like, you know what? We're just going to go with that.
Nice. So it's all about the one-on-one relationship. So what you're saying, how to get
It
people on my
is.
list.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, Crumbs, we can talk about entrepreneurship and you probably see this with your clients. They're trying to solve the wrong problem. With entrepreneurs, we try and solve the wrong problem. You don't want people on your email list. What you want is the one-on-one relationships or those people on the list. That means nothing. It's what happens after then.
Yeah,
So
really.
yeah, so I think trying to find the right thing. It's again the work you do. It's all about questions, questions, questions. So
And
why
holding space.
and what? Sorry.
And holding space,
Yeah, but
right?
what
Just letting them be.
what's so tough about doing it for yourself? Because you probably ask yourself these questions, and then you find yourself doing all the social media sites, all the work, and realize, hold on, what am I doing? It's it's so hard to look at ourselves, right?
It gets easier.
Yeah.
For me, it's getting easier to look at myself as the years go by. I think
Mm.
that's just a blessing of getting older for me. I don't know. What have you noticed as you're aging?
Yeah, I mean, it changes over time. You learn the
Yeah.
mistakes. You get more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll allow myself to do this. I'll allow this mistake, as we said at the start of the podcast, to make those
Yeah.
mistakes. Like,
Yep.
I'll allow myself to do that because I
Yeah.
think for me personally, and maybe it's different for you, or maybe it's the same for you. Once you know your mission, once you know your values,
Yeah.
then everything
Yes.
becomes so much easier because
So much
it's
easier.
just about alignment.
Yes. 100%. It is exactly what you said. Once you know yourself, you know what your mission is in this world,
Hmm.
and then you just okay, let's do this, right?
Yeah.
Everything, and that's what's been happening probably in the last year. It's like, oh, well, gosh, that was easy. Thank you. More of this, please.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's going to continually get easier. I'm manifesting this.
So your value is in you value real relationships. You
I
value the
do.
one-on-one connection.
Yep.
That's the essence of the work you do. So everything you do should point towards
Yeah.
that's the essence. So
So
now
I'm
you
in
get to make,
alignment.
yeah, that's what it's all about. And it's easy when you say, hold on, I think I'm doing some dumb stuff. I'm doing the dumb shit that I shouldn't be doing. And that's okay.
Right. It's totally okay because that's how you learn. Like, oh, now I get it. Like when
Yeah.
you're in it, sometimes you don't get it, but sometimes when you step away from it, it's like, oh, got it. This is what I'm gonna do now. That feels good. Okay.
Yeah. So where's all this going for you? What are you most excited about coming up in the future?
Oh my gosh. I am so excited about. the Peaceful Pages Collective. It is literally a community, it's a collective for women to come and their shoulders immediately drop. It's all virtual. We do some meditation, we do some guided meditations, we do some journaling.
Mm.
They're just able to breathe. We have some fun. We do some bird watching. I know I got into bird watching in my 50s. It's a thing. Trust me. Uh, but we're going to do some other fun stuff too because play is powerful. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my mindset and my bringing fun in to
Mm.
my work. Matter of fact, Gilmore Girls. Are you familiar with Gilmore Girls? At
Mhm.
least you've seen it. Yeah. I'm bringing that into my work because I am a huge Gilmore Girls fan, have been forever. And I'm bringing that dragonfly energy, right?
Uh-huh.
Of Lorelai. She built this dragonfly in with her friend Suki. She struggled. It was hard. She thought she was failing, and but look at what she's created.
Mm. Beautiful. Well, for those people that are super curious or want to know more
Oh, yeah.
about this collective, how do they reach out? How do they join? How do they find you?
Oh, that's a great question. So just visit coach-wendy.com, or is it hyphen? I don't know. Coach-wendy.com, and middle of the page, you're going to find a little button that says get the free guide. If anything I've said resonates with you today, go ahead and get that guide because what it's going to do is it's going to let you, like, your shoulders are going to drop and you can breathe and just be.
Nice. Well, everyone go and grab it. Go and find it. Coach-wendy.com. Scroll down, grab that freebie.
Yeah,
And if you want more help, reach out, start the conversation, have some fun with it.
have some
Um,
fun with it.
and Wendy, just to leave us on an absolute high, for those people that might be like on the fence or that maybe they've normalized this place they're in, what would you say to help people to be able to reach out, to make a new
Yeah.
decision?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say this. There is nothing wrong with you. You just need a place to exhale.
So so simple. It's not easy at times, but it's so, so simple. So, everyone, if you're curious, please go and check it out. But, Coach Wendy, look, thank you
Oh,
so, so
you're
much for
welcome.
sharing not only the amazing work that you do, but your a bit behind the scenes, what it's like for you as the entrepreneur. So,
Of
thank you.
course. You're welcome. I'm receiving it.
Yay! Well
See what
done.
I did there?
Nicely done.